Hey, what's up, guys? LukeProfits. So this is a little bit of an experiment, but I've got, a lot of things that I want to do on this channel that are not drop shipping related, but just about making money in general. And my dad actually sent me the most hilarious article the other day. So I think I'm going to make a video about it here, and we'll see how this goes. Let me know in the comments if you like this format, because I may do more of it. This this article I just thought was hilarious. So let me read this for you. How to lose tens of thousands of dollars on Amazon. It was only after they'd sunk $40,000 and 9 months of precious nights and weekends that Jordan McDowell and William Bergerk realized how hard it is to make a passive income selling things on Amazon. Yes, passive income is not easy. The couple had hoped to strike it rich, or at least quit their day jobs, buying goods from China and reselling them on the e-commerce site. Instead, they lost their savings. For that, they blame Matt Budger and Mike Goslow. Late in 2016, McDowell and Bajork stumbled across a podcast hosted by, I can't even do these names, man, Bahadro and Gazalo, normal guys who claimed that they were making thousands of dollars working less than 2 hours a day on Amazon. The pair promised that anyone could do the same. All they needed to do was pay $3,999 for 3 months of coaching, and that would teach them everything they needed to know about the business. They learned how to source and ship products from China, how to list it for an attractive markup to Amazon's third-party marketplace, how to advertise it to customers, and how to get them to leave good reviews. Amazon would take care of the logistics of storing and shipping for a fee through its Fulfillment by Amazon FBA program. Ben Hadidru and Gajwa even provided these class participants with a manufacturing contact in China and organized paid tours of Chinese merchandise markets. At the time, the couple was living in a tiny New York apartment, struggling to make rent. McDowell was working a job she hated. Ben-Hur and Gazur were offering a way out, and they seemed credible. They even posted screenshots showing the money they had made from selling supplements on Amazon. Bajork emailed a few people who had taken the class, all of whom said they were happy with their experience. So the couple put the class fee on their credit card, started attending Monday night webinars, and picked their first two products: a glass wine how do you say that? Decanter. Forget how to pronounce that word. I'm not much of a alcohol dude, anyway. And a plastic wine aerator, both sourced from China. So they picked two products there. Following Biju and Gora's advice to purchase the minimum mass order possible, they ordered 3,000 decanters and 1,500 aerators and had them shipped directly to Amazon warehouse across the country, from which the company would send them directly to consumers. I should probably have prefaced this before I filmed. My dad sent me this article, and he said, not saying this is you guys, but just so that you're aware, you can lose a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. I don't even do Amazon stuff yet, but 6 months later, they had sold only about 100 decanters and a few hundred aerators. Custom taxes and shipping costs were added. Starting to add up, the aerators kept breaking, and so Bajork and Dell had to pay for returns. Amazon changed a seller fee of $39.99 a month. Wait a minute, sorry, I read that wrong, I think. The aerators kept breaking, so Bajork and Dell had to pay for returns. Amazon changed a seller fee of $39.90 a month, a per piece fulfillment cost of a few dollars, storage fee of 70 cents per cubic foot increased. Then there was a cost of advertising, which they needed to actually get their product noticed amid the thicket of other people also selling wine accessories, also bought cheap from China and sold on Amazon. Maybe worst of all, the couple told me they were left alone to deal with all these headaches. Though their payment guaranteed them 3 months of coaching, they couldn't reach these guys after the first few days. They said, and then that dude disputes it and says blah, 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 students get a response, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so within 6 months, these people had paid nearly $40,000 with almost nothing to show for it. So they auctioned off whatever inventory they could, paid Amazon to destroy the rest, and got out of business. It's not passive income. It's a ton of work. We lost all our savings and everything we have. Okay, so this story, now I think this is written and I'm supposed to feel, oh no, these poor people, they invested a lot of money and they didn't make it back. I think that's this whole article is like written to try to say, "Oh, poor people, and how they lost their money." But let's think about what these guys did wrong here, okay? So now we know for a fact tons of people are making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars buying stuff cheap from China. Maybe not quite as much, maybe not from China anymore with the recent tariffs and stuff. But tons of people you buy stuff cheaply from a third world country, get it shipped here, so you can, because they manufacturing is cheap over there. You get it shipped here, and then you can resell it. And if you use an Amazon FBA, that's basically a service where you send the stuff to them, and then when you get a sale on Amazon, FBA just handles it automatically, has it shipped out, prime shipping and all that good stuff. So what these people did, they said, you know what? Sounds like a good business model. We know people are making thousands of dollars doing this, and it sounds like they did very, very little research beforehand on how to figure out how any of it works. They're just like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay this dude $4,000, or I guess $3,999 for training, which I mean is great. You can pay for training. I always, uh, when I was starting out and didn't have money, I did not pay for training. I figured stuff out on my own, and once I had. Now that I've gotten stuff working, it's more likely that if you already have money, or if you got a normal day job that pays you a lot of money, and you want to pay for training to be able to get sped up and caught up and just get all the good information faster, then by all means do it. That can be a great investment. But these people seem like they had no clue what was going on. Excuse me, sorry, my nose is running like crazy for some reason. Ah. So these people had no clue what was going on. They're like, this sounds like a good idea. Threw $4,000 that they didn't have on it, put it on a credit card, and then they spent, actually, I don't know how they had $40,000 if they were going to throw the $4,000 that they didn't have on a credit card. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But yeah, so they they have $40,000 that they spend on 2 products. So a lot of you on this channel are people who do eBay dropshipping, so you're going to know, um, do we list random things on eBay that we don't know if they're going to sell? Usually not, because you got to test it, and you got to make sure that people actually want to buy that product. If they don't want to buy that product, then there's no point in listing it. You're going to get charged fees. This is why bulk listing methods don't really work. If you're getting charged for each insertion fee, it's not going to work very well. If you're listing thousands of products, and out of those thousands of products, only, I don't know, a handful, say 50 or something like that, are actually good ones that people want to buy, those 50 you'll make money on, and all the other ones you're going to be losing a little bit of money on. So, most of the time you come out about even if you're just doing bulk listing with no product research at all. So these people did not do their product research at all. It sounds like they picked 2 items. 2. And now, if you're gonna order something, in bulk to sell, yeah, that's a great plan. You can order in bulk to sell. You can make good money, but you got to make sure it's something that people want to buy. If people don't want to buy it, that's not gonna you're not gonna sell them. They're just gonna be sitting there. So these people shot themselves in the foot. Okay, they sunk $40,000 into buying 2 products that they didn't test. If they had gotten Well, first off, they got to know that it's going to sell. So you're going to want to look at the competition, see if it's already totally flooded, and if there are so many other people selling the same item, why aren't you just going to be at the very bottom? What are you going to do that's different? So, I mean, I don't even do Amazon, but I know for a fact that what everybody says, if you're going to do Amazon, what you have to do is you have to find a product, and if you're going to try to compete with people that, if you're competing in a niche where everybody is selling, the same thing, you have to be better. And so what you got to do to be better is you want to look at the reviews on all of the other products and figure out what people don't like. And if you can make a better product, a better version of the product, and sell it for a similar price, people will buy that better version. If people are saying, oh, it's great, but it cracks all the time, and then, right here at this then maybe see if you can have a new one manufactured that's a little bit sturdier there, and, different things. I haven't done this personally myself, but, I know that's what you do, and I'm not even an Amazon guy. These people were like, oh, you know what? Let's just spend $4,000, and then I don't know. I like wine stuff. Let's get some wine stuff. So they got two products. Here's the other thing. You 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 put in they put in a bulk order, like what, $20,000 for each of these to buy thousands of these things, and they didn't have a sample? What? So you want to pay these Chinese suppliers and stuff to send you a sample of the product so you can like use it, test it out, maybe get a couple of them, and just make sure it's a good product. This said blah blah blah. They had to, where is it? Da, 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 da. They I don't remember where it said in here, but it basically said they were having problems with them breaking all the time and people wanting to do returns. It's like, duh, if it's a bad product that's not well built, it's gonna break all the time. You're gonna have problems. So, this is why you would get a sample before, you order a bulk a bulk order that costs you $40,000. What the heck? Oh my gosh. So yeah, so here's the other part. Now, Amazon FBA is great if you're gonna be, it can totally be worth it because they handle the shipping, they can get it out faster. So all you really have to do is buy these products for cheap. You got to know they're gonna sell, or you're gonna only sell, what did they say, 100 in like 9 months or something? Where is it? I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, here we go. They had only sold about 100 and a few decanters and a few hundred aerators in 6 months. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, that's actually better than you'd think for doing no product research. So I guess they lucked out there. But the way that Amazon FBA works, right? You send stuff into Amazon. I believe they take a cut of it every single time you sell something. So last time I looked at it, which was years ago, I think it was like, and I could be totally wrong on this because, like I said, this isn't my thing, but I feel like it was 20-30% of the sale is what it averaged out to, or maybe that was just with the math I was running. That's old numbers, so I don't know if that's correct. But they take a cut. They handle the shipping, and they take a cut. And that's fine and worth it if you don't want to have to deal with the inventory yourself. Probably better than you could do on your own. Yeah, I guess it would depend. But yeah, plus, you can, yeah, there'd be plenty of reasons to use it. But if you don't test your product, if you don't know that it's going to work at all, if you're just flying by the seat of your pants, guessing and hoping that it works, then, yeah, your stuff's going to be sitting there in Amazon's warehouse. And Amazon's not going to just give you warehouse space for free. You got to pay for that. So, yeah, obviously, if your stuff's just sitting there not selling, not going to work out too well. So, sounds like these people... Now, they had $40,000 worth of products, of two products that they didn't test, shipped to Amazon, that they then had to pay to have it sit there to have Amazon just to ship out. So I don't understand how people can be so stupid. Like, you don't, like, you need to test things, right? If if you're not, if you, like, if something works in theory, you want to test the theory and make sure that it works for you and see what problems come up and then resolve those problems. And everything's good. You keep scaling, keep scaling, keep scaling. But you don't just say, like, you know what? We should do this. Let's throw $40,000 at it and hope it works, especially when you don't have $40,000. Like, you gotta you gotta make sure stuff's gonna freaking work. Okay, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. Spent nearly $40,000, nothing to show for it. So they auctioned off whatever inventory they could and paid Amazon to destroy the rest. So this is so sad, but it's hilarious. So I guess if your stuff is sitting there, you got to pay Amazon to have it be sitting there. And if you want to get rid of it, you got to pay Amazon to get rid of it because, they got to pay the people who are going to destroy it, so they're not just going to throw it away for free. So these people royally screwed up. This is not passive income. It's a ton of work. Well, yeah, if you do it totally wrong. I don't even know Amazon, and I know you screwed this up so badly. We lost all our savings, everything we had. I don't feel bad for you. Like, oh my gosh, don't be an idiot. It's like, if you got $40,000 and it's all you have, and then you're just gonna chuck it out into the lake because some hobo on the street says, you know what? I bet if you throw $40,000 in that lake, you're just going to get $1 million somehow. Like, if you believe that and then throw it all in the lake, I don't feel bad for you. I mean, I'm sorry. That's stupid. You got to test stuff. You got to make sure it's going to work. This would have been super easy. They could have, yes, they would have paid more per piece, but they could have bought, I don't know, let's say a smaller order. Say, you can BS stuff pretty easily. You could say like, "Hey, I would, you don't even have to. They had a lot of money. They said, "Hey, I'm gonna do all this stuff." So just say, "Hey, you know what? I think your aerators are amazing, and I would like to get a sample, but instead of doing a sample of, one or two to check out, maybe just get a larger, maybe get like 40 or something, and then list them on Amazon and see how they selling. And if they start selling really well and they're flying off the shelf, then do a bigger order." And then do a bigger order, and people are going to work with you, even if you have to pay more. Like, say, you could get these. I don't even know how much they're paying for them, but say it costs $5 a piece or whatever if you do this like bulk order. Even if you have to pay $15 a piece to get 100 of them to test it, if you can test it and then you say, okay, hey, this works, then it works, and then you can do a big order. You've got a little bit of data. If you do that, sure, you're out whatever it is, $1,500 or something like that. But you're not out $40,000. See, these people were saving money by doing a bulk order, saving money. If they had sold, yeah, that would have been great. But they had no reason to believe that it was going to work. I mean, it sounds like they paid these dudes to teach them. My guess is didn't follow their advice, because it sounds like they have a whole bunch of other successful students. I mean, it's easy to overlook things, and I know when you're teaching stuff, you get a lot of questions. So it's very possible that these guys, you know, weren't really following all the instructions, didn't go through it as thoroughly, just got sort of excited. They're like, yeah, let's go, and then had nothing to show for it. But that's what happens when you rush stuff. So, okay, let's see. So, yeah, the teachers deny all these allegations. They say that one of the first things they teach students is to make sure the profit will be profitable. What was I just saying? Okay. That anyone who loses money simply isn't following their advice. Very true. You can't, I know this from making videos on stuff. You cannot, like, you can tell people, you can give people all the right information, but that doesn't mean they're going to follow it. Like, just in one ear out the other. They listen to, oh, pick up on this part and this part. And then you say, oh, there's also this other critical piece. And then they're just like, nah, it's not going to work if you don't follow all the advice. Losing $40,000, these people told me, would be very difficult following their methods. Yeah. Okay, so the teachers said that it would be very difficult to lose $40,000 doing what they recommended, because they probably recommended testing your product, not buying two things and investing $40,000. They had nearly 1,000 students that have paid to receive training from them, with only a small handful of complaints. People are quick to complain when they aren't making money, yet are less forthcoming when they succeed. Very, very true. He said some are generating more than $200,000 a month in revenue. I believe that. Declined to put me in touch with any of their clients. Yes. Private product, didn't want to blah, 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 blah. He didn't want me to say what specifically in case... So here's a dude. I spoke with one 34-year-old guy who sells a travel product. He didn't want to say what specifically, because competition might try to copy him. Obviously, yeah. He makes roughly $4,000 a month, and he said it allows his wife and his 4 children to leave Houston after Hurricane Harvey and travel throughout Southeast Asia for 4... It's easy. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I've done. I don't have... what did he say? 4... His wife and 4 children. Yeah, I don't have 4 children. I have 0 children. But, yeah. Okay, so these people have a growing list of unhappy clients. Well, if they're growing, I'd assume their unhappy clients are also growing. But also their successful clients are growing as well. So that's a little bit deceptive there. One of these few people who was unsuccessful lost around $40,000. I should say, I'm not trying to protect these dudes. I don't know, I can't even pronounce their name. I don't know a thing about them. But just, how it is in general. If you say like, hey, here's a system that'll make you money, you got people that are going to be successful, and you got people that are not going to be successful. And, you can't really... The people that don't follow your advice are not going to be successful, and the people that do follow your advice, as long as it's good, are going to be successful. So there's not a lot you can really do about the people. But if you've got a course or whatever and it's growing, then you're gonna have successful people and not successful people. And if that course is getting more and more people, then yeah, you're going to be growing successful people and unsuccessful people if it's continuing to grow. So it's a little bit deceptive there to say they have a growing list of unhappy clients. Like, well, if people are buying it, probably both lists are increasing. And I would assume their list of happy clients is bigger than their list of unhappy clients. But let's keep reading here. Gosh, sorry guys. So let's see. Molly lost $40,000 selling meal prep containers. Others told me they're out $4,000, $4,600, and $9,000. In a secret Facebook group, dozens of them have gathered to discuss attempts to get their money back and seek out advice about how to unload hundreds of unsold jar openers, locking carabiners, and lemon squeezers. They all thought they'd bet on the right house. Amazon captures nearly half of all online retail spending in the U.S., and more than half of its sales come from third-party sellers. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is a long article. I don't know that I'm going to finish reading the entire thing, but it's just so funny because, you these people, dudes figure out, here's a method to selling on Amazon that works really well. They say, you know what? This is replicatable. We can teach people how to do this, and we can get paid pretty well to do it. So they're like, you know what? Let's do that. So they go in there teaching people, have a ton of people that are successful, a ton of people making a ton of money, and a few people that don't follow what they're saying. A few people that are like, you know what? I can't afford this course, but I'm going to spend $4,000 on a credit card to buy it. And then, you know what else? I think I'm gonna get some products. I'm going to ignore what they said about, testing your products to make sure that, people want to buy them and, checking to make sure that they're quality products before, like, ordering $40,000 worth and having them shipped to Amazon. Good Lord. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, so, and then the funniest thing is then like, MSN writes an article about this. It's like, idiots decide to try a proven way to make money that works if you do it the right way, but then do it the wrong way. This should be titled Idiots Attempt Dropshipping Method. Or I guess not dropshipping, it's not dropshipping, it's reselling. Idiots attempt to do Amazon FBA, screw it up because they don't follow the advice of the people they paid to give them advice, and then lose money. It's like, wow, big whoop. I'm so surprised. Oh my gosh. I just thought this article was hilarious, so I responded to it and I was like, thank you for sending me this, Dad. It's I'm supposed to feel bad for the guys who didn't follow the method. I think that's how this whole article is written, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments down there. Do I have a weird view of this? But I just feel like if you are that stupid and you do not follow the advice that is given to you, and then you spend $40,000 on 2 untested products that you haven't held in your hand to look at and make sure that they're legit and stuff. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'll put a link to this article in the description. You can read the rest of it if you want, but that's, I think, the gist of it. The rest is just more about why we should feel bad for them. Yeah, and I do a lot of drop shipping stuff, so if you have any interest in learning how to do that on eBay, there's a link down there in the description to the free drop shipping course that I have. And also, let me know, please, if you want to see more stuff like this. Maybe not all, like, just making fun of articles, because I just think this one was hilarious, but a little bit more of this kind of stuff, and maybe some other stuff of just sort of breaking down different methods and things that people use to make money. I just find that fascinating, and sort of breaking stuff down, making it simple, and even if they're old methods that don't work anymore, just figuring out what people used to do and stuff to make money online, I just find it really interesting. So drop a comment down there if you're interested in that and like this kind of video, and if you hate it, maybe I won't do more of these. I don't know, just trying to figure it out. This is kind of an experiment, but yeah. Alright, well, I will see you guys later.